Danielle Bregoli, better known as rapper Bhad Bhabie, rose to fame after being featured on Dr. Phil back in 2016. She was invited on the show in an episode titled "I Want to Give Up My Car-Stealing, Knife-Wielding, Twerking 13-year-old daughter who tried to frame me for a crime," to discuss her troubles with her mother as well as her bad attitude. As a result of her behavior and the troubles they discussed on the show, Danielle was sent to a reform camp designed to help troubled teens turn their lives around. Now Danielle is speaking out against the camp and Dr. Phil, saying that she was abused while enrolled there. Turnabout Ranch is a reform camp of sorts located in rural south central Utah that takes in teens between the ages of 13 and 17 who have troubles with behavioral issues. According to their website, while enrolled, these teens undergo therapy, counseling, schooling, and chores in order to rehabilitate them. According to others, however, there is much more going on at the ranch than many people believe. Now before I carry on, I'd like to ask you guys to show your support for this video and for Danielle by interacting with this, either by leaving a like or sharing it with others. Danielle is very brave to come forward with her story, so let's show her how much we support her. On Friday, March 19th, Danielle posted an 8-minute video to her YouTube channel titled "Breaking Code Silence, Turnabout Ranch Dr. Phil," where she went in depth about her experiences at the ranch, detailing some of the abuse that she experienced. Danielle said that when she was first enrolled in the camp, she was taken in the middle of the night by 2 transporters, saying, quote, "They don't tell them where they're going, they just take them, handcuff them, they put them in a car. It's basically like kidnapping." When she arrived at the ranch in Utah, she was placed in a quote teepee and was forced to stay awake and forbade her from showering for days on end. In her video, Danielle said, quote, "You have to sit there for 3 days. They wouldn't let me lay down for nothing. Like I was falling asleep and they're like, oh, get up, get up. So I'm just sitting here like this is gonna be really bad when I see these people have no sympathy," end quote. Danielle shed some light on some of the other things that she and other kids had to face, such as receiving inadequate meals and being deprived of warmth. She also recalled how those living on the ranch would be subjected to restraints and severe punishments by staffers, and that things got so bad that she begged her mom to be taken out of the program, offering to go into therapy in an outpatient facility instead. Danielle also said that because this ranch was in the middle of nowhere, it was impossible to escape, saying, quote, "There's nowhere to run. If you try to run out there, they're gonna find you and you're gonna get in more trouble, or if you do get away, you're gonna get eaten by a coyote," end quote. In her video, she also recalled how she was present on the ranch at a time where another teen in attendance beat a ranch staffer to death with a metal bar, saying that this incident caused her and other kids to feel traumatized. Danielle said that coming out with the truth was hard at the time because it was, quote, "just our word against the staffer's word when you're there, because you have no witnesses, there's no cameras, you don't have a phone, there's none of that," end quote. She was afraid that no one would believe her, and that was heartbreaking. Her video was in response to hashtag Breaking Code Silence, which is a movement whose goal is to raise awareness about the problems that are less talked about in the troubled teen industry. Reform camps like Turnabout Ranch are, for the most part, unregulated for-profit imprisonment facilities where parents ship their kids off when they deem them to be uncontrollable. These facilities receive no oversight by the government, and they have to submit very little paperwork to actually be founded, meaning that anyone from anywhere can start one of these camps up. Just a few months ago, Paris Hilton came forward about a boarding school that she attended called Provo Canyon, in which she detailed similar abusive situations. Danielle also tried to send a message to parents looking to send their kids away to a camp like this, saying, quote, "What parents need to understand is if your child is acting out because of trauma like abuse, or maybe the kid's parents got divorced or anything like that, you don't send your kid to a program like this," end quote. In her video, she also shared her support for another Turnabout Ranch resident named Hannah Archuleta, who also came forward about her experiences at the ranch. Archuleta is suing the ranch for negligence after she claims she was assaulted while enrolled. Both Hannah and Danielle were sent to the ranch after appearing on Dr. Phil's show. Now Danielle is demanding that Dr. Phil issue an apology, saying, quote, "Dr. Phil, I'm going to give you from now until April 5th to issue an apology, not only to me, but to Hannah or any other child you send to Turnabout or any other program like this. And if you don't, I'm going to handle things my way," end quote. She also made a comment to Dr. Phil condemning his support for the ranch, saying, quote, "I'm not really sure why Dr. Phil sends kids here. It really doesn't make sense. Are you trying to help them or are you trying to hurt them even more? Don't be sending kids somewhere just to make it look like you're doing something," end quote. As of right now, Dr. Phil has yet to make a comment on the situation, but I'm sure that many people are hoping for him to take accountability and find justice for those who've been harmed while at Turnabout. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say, Danielle, I'm proud of you for speaking up. It takes a lot of courage to speak out about what you've experienced, and you're setting a good example for anyone else who may have experienced something similar, because you're showing them that there's hope and that there are people out there who will take your side and fight for justice with you. Anyways, that's been our video. Please go show Danielle some love and support. I've been your host, Brie Room, and I'll see you next time.